Welcome to Lesson 1-11, Identify and Solve Proportion Situations. Today we're going to talk about the word assume. Let's say Jay runs at a rate of 5 miles. Oscar runs at a rate of 6 miles. If we assume they always run at the same rate, we can write proportions for this situation. Remember, assume means we always think something is true. We think it's always true that they run at the same rate. We're going to look at an example, and we're going to answer 2 questions. First, why is this a proportion situation? And second, what is the assumption you made? Joshua has 32 angelfish for every 12 snails he has. How many snails will he have when he has 72 angelfish? One strategy to decide if it is a proportion situation is to use your factor puzzle. So, I drew a blank factor puzzle. I know from the problem that we are comparing angelfish to snails. I know that Josh has 32 angelfish for every 12 snails he has. I also know that he has 72 angelfish, and we want to know how many snails he would have. So 72 angelfish. So under the column angelfish, I'm going to write 72. Now I just need to solve my factor puzzle. If I look at 32 and 12, I know the greatest common factor would be 4. 4 goes into 32 8 times. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Let's see. 8 goes into 72. From my math facts, I know 9 times. Bring that across. All that's left to do is 9 times 3, which gives me my answer of 27 snails. So let's go back. So if my answer is 27 snails, but I have 2 questions to answer. First of all, why is this a proportion situation? I know it's a proportion situation because the ratios are, in fact, equal. I know that the angelfish side is going to have a constant rate of 8. I also know the snail side will always have a constant rate of 3. I can tell that for every 8 angelfish there are, I'm going to have 3 snails. So I have a basic ratio of 8 to 3. Remember, these ratios are equivalent if they have the same basic ratio. If we were to fill out a ratio table, I would find these ratios on it. What is the assumption you made? This is one of those questions that has no right answer, as long as you can justify it. When I did this problem, the assumption I made was that Joshua started with 0 fish and 0 snails in his fish tank. I also assumed that he had enough room in his tank for 72 angelfish. because that seems like a lot of angelfish. So he must have a very large fish tank. Today you learned how to identify and solve proportion situations. Now stay tuned to Ms. Shaver for the we do and you do portion of our lesson.